and Hannes Ossick, and here they come round the bend.
You know what? And you can see how powerful they are. However, when they come into view, you will see they are not really hugging the course or the buoy lines. And this is partly just not being familiar. So even though you've got the world's champion, single sculler from last year,
Ollie Zeidler from about 3 weeks ago is the current reigning world championship in the single scull. Tokyo did not go well for him, but today is going exceptionally well for him. But
so here they come right around the corner, and it is Ollie.
They've got a heck of a gap.
Look at this. They are just crushing it.
Absolutely crushing it.
This is extraordinary.
So two-time silver medalist in the 8, Hannes Ossick, is also in the boat, and that's who he's paired with. So neither of them is a natural double sculler, and they have opened up a massive lead. I'm sorry, we are completely
wrong. You know what? Ollie was entered in this boat, but he is not powering. That is bow number two.
So that's also the Germans.
That's Mark Webber and Jonas Gelson. That was bow number 2.
That's bow number 2.
That boat includes the world champion U23 single.
Yep.
And how extraordinary is that? They have just, they've just horizoned the field.
They are absolutely nailing it.
All right, now this should be.
This is bow number 4.
Wow. Okay, now we don't know what's happening in this race, people, but bow number 4, this is a combination of California Rowing Club and Penn AC. This is Soren Sozik and Tom Pfeiffer. Both athletes in the crew have won the championship men's double at the head of the Charles and, of course, been on their respective U.S. team. So really exciting to see them bow number 4 come through the way they did.
So coming now down the course is the Polish national lightweight team of Christopher Bach and Maciej Zawadzki.
And they also raced at the World Coastal Rowing Championships, which is a gas. So fun.
Everybody loves Wales in October. It was just last week, and it was absolutely really fun coastal rowing conditions. They've adjusted well to the ideal conditions we've had here today.
Exactly.
And are taking an absolutely lovely line through Eliot Bridge.
And one of these young men is on the Polish national team, so you can just see very fast, quick catches, especially bow. He is in quick and fast, and that's what you need to win, particularly on a long race like this.
So coming through number 3 are the Canadians.
Okay, we've got University of Victoria, Saul Abraham, Garcia Alvarez, age 39, and Stephen Payne, age 39. Saul is a veteran of both the Mexican and Canadian rowing teams and actually competed at 2 Pan Am Games in 2011 and 2015, as well as World Championships. Steve also competed at Pan Ams in 2011 and Canadian Henley. So those guys have really opened up a sizable lead. And who do we have now?
Believe it or not, we have number 11. So somebody's made a lot of moves.
Okay, let me tell you about bow 11. This is Green Racing Project. Green Racing Project is hosted by Judah Gear and Dick Drysiacker for national team aspirants. You've got Jacob Filal and Hedge, Alexander Hedge, good friend of my daughter who is also training up there. Alex is a Colombian Lion mixing it up with a Northeastern Husky. And that boat wants to say woof, woof.
9 and then 6.
Then we've got Dartmouth College, Sawyer Hall, and James Corbis. They're lightweights, and they're only 21 years old. Look at them. That is fantastic. And they have passed, of course, bow number 6. But bow number 6 is from where you are, Anne, from the Oxford Lightweights.
That's true. The Oxford Lightweights up there at Wallingford on the Thames. Coming round wide here, though, we also have somebody from local. This is Tyrion, University of London alumni.
All right, bow 7.
Bow 7.
Bow 7 is taking a very deliberate and unusual course, and we're going to see where they go. But bow number 12, Penn AC.
Yep.
And unaffiliated Andrew Rayetto, age 29, and Thaddeus Babick. They train at Penn AC, which is for, again, aspiring national team athletes. Bow number 7 has gotten themselves back on course, so they're not going to go into an abutment. That is a good thing. And then you've got Riverside chasing them down. Uh-oh. There's an overlap under the bridge. We can't really see what's happening, but we don't hear any screams, so that's good.
No blood, no foul, Mary.
All right. Now, this blue boat. From Gordon College, Timothy Van Brake, who's only 19, and Malaki Grant. Good for you. They won a silver at the Dadvale Regattas, and have switched to 2 oars, and good for them. All right, now we have bow number 17 from Riverside that's really made their way through the crowd. We have Ian Richardson and Mats Truex. They're both national team members, both on the lightweight team. And that's Riverside going through. They've passed a number of crews. And they've passed our friends from the north. This is Argonaut, bow number 15, approaching the bridge with Jonathan Pusik and Eric Schultz.
We now have bow number 19, Leo Grandshire and Remy Thibault from France, from Condrieu, France.
And one of them was a U23 world champion. However, we got bow 21 really putting the pressure on them from Peloton. Andrew Reed and Anders Weiss. Oh, well, of course, both of these guys raced in the Tokyo Olympics in the men's straight 4. So look at them. There they go. Wait a minute. They're rowing a pair. Oh my God!
It's the invitational
bow
pairs.
number 21 is typically, a men's pair would typically be slower than almost any men's double. They are rowing a pair. That is just wild and unorthodox and so fun.
Yes, especially for the head of the Charles.
Especially for the head of the Charles. And as far as we know, it's legal.
So these are
question is, can they win a medal if they win?
They are invitational pairs, and they are eligible for a medal if they win.
Amazing.
Currently passing underneath are Penn AC, bow number 16, Michael Herman and Cedar Cunningham.
So there is one other pair.
I forgot that, yeah. All right, Ellen, that was my bad. I forgot we do have 2 sets of invitational pairs, and these are going to be your U.S. team members typically, and they're going to be blazing fast, and that's just so fun in a race like this. And the fact that they can be so competitive in a race like this just tells you the extraordinary athlete base that we have here in the U.S. Period. End of story.
Currently passing in front of Cambridge Boat Club, we have bow number 18, Richard Neal and Peter Spira from Diesel Athletic Club in Orchard Park, New York.
All right, is there anybody left on the course? Well, we didn't see Ollie Zeidler unless bow number 1, so it could have been a scratch. Somebody could have tipped in the drink that we don't know about. Who knows? The intrigue continues.
That's right.
Were they just that fast? We didn't see them.
You know what? Yeah, you had to blink.
These are absolutely perfect Seidler conditions. He loves it when it's flat. I mean, who doesn't? But he does really well when it's flat like this. And powered with Hannes, he could have done incredibly well.
Did we see 2 pairs go by? Just like 1?
Only 1 pair.
Yeah. Huh.
That said, we weren't paying attention so much to it. So we could have seen 2 pairs go by.
Yeah, well, there should have been 2 pairs in that division. That's, again, a special exhibition, new addition to the regatta this year. And, only in the championship division would that make sense, and for good reason. The boats without a coxswain are considered blind boats, so that would be your singles and your doubles.
And your pairs.
Well, yeah, and the pair, but the pair being a sweep-oared event where, each person has just the one sweep-oar makes the steering all that much more difficult. So that's the real reason. This is one of the most challenging courses in the world for a head race. Generally, you made a comment before, are the pairs legal? They almost ought to be illegal, but unless you're at the
However, may I
level.
intervene? They do have a rudder, which makes steering even more nimble. Most doubles do not have a rudder, and you are powering with one arm or the other, or one leg or the other. So,
but nonetheless, it really is just for the most experienced senior
100%,
elite
100%
of the sport.
Yeah.
I would not want to be in a pair.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad enough in a
Good day to be a port if you're in that pair. All right, let's do some sponsors. What do we got? I think she did Peloton the crew entry, though. I did Peloton.
So Ellen, we're waiting for the women's champ doubles, assuming we're not going to see any more men's doubles. And starting number 1 is, let's see who we have. Oh, we got Kara Stawicki, who is on the U.S. lightweight team. She's 39 years old, still out there just kicking it. She's a lightweight athlete. She was in the lightweight women's quad at World Championships. And then we've got Margaret Hedeman, Maggie Hedeman, who rose at Yale and came out of the U23 team. She is on hiatus from Yale. She's a 5th year and will be rejoining Yale in the winter. So she is actually, that combination is going to be bow number 1, and we'll see how they do against this field. Let's see if anybody...
International crew here.
Oh, we've got Polish national team here. We've got in bow number 3 a 2-time Olympic medalist. So this is going to be really amazing. And in that Polish boat, you have the beach sprint finalists. I mean, this is just, all right, you're going to see some extraordinary, powerful athletes in this event.
Yeah, and the beach sprints just wrapped up. It's an exciting new addition to the rowing family, to the traditional 2,000
And you have to sprint to your boat. I mean, Ellen, could you do that?
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
I could sprint from a boat.
You got to dive.
No, it was a really great
You could sprint from a
championship.
pirate boat.
It was a really great championship. It was held, just ended up a week ago, I think, and it was it's just awesome. So we had the coastal rowing and the beach sprints where you do indeed run to your boat, and that's considered part of the overall time.
Yep.
A lot of crossover athletes from our own senior team and international senior team. I believe Emma Twigg switched
She did.
over to
She
coastal.
represented New Zealand. She
right.
got a gold medal.
Yeah.
Won a silver this summer. Hopped in this, other event and then wins a gold.
Yeah, so it's a
But
lot
she
of
is an
fun.
extraordinary, extraordinary athlete, Emma Twigg.
And while we wait for the next event, we're going to thank our Vineyard Vines sponsor, Get the Good Life. We are proud to announce that Vineyard Vines is the official style of the head of the Charles Regatta. You can stop by their location over at Adager Row and Fitness Expo, and down at the Weld Exhibition area, you can check out their limited edition gear for this event and enter to win
I see a double coming around the bend.
an ultimate gift package from Vineyard Vines.
Not that I needed to interrupt, but I need to interrupt. So this looks like bow number 1, and they're steering just a little bit wide, which is unfortunate because they're cranking, they're hauling on it. And it looks like they've really opened up a lead on this women's field, if in fact it's bow number 1. It is bow number 1. So it's Kara Stewicki and Maggie Hedeman. They are coming into view right now. And they have really opened it up, Ellen, on bow number, like we don't even see bow number 2 in the...
And that's just the best feeling. That's exactly what you want. You know you're in the front of the field.
Yep.
You love coming around a corner and reaching this final bridge with no one else in sight. And they are
Nice
doing
job.
it in fine fashion.
Nice
Bow
job,
number
Maggie
1.
Hedeman. All right, and Kara Stewicki and Strokesy, you can see how connected she is. She's just throwing her legs down. Maggie Hedeman, who is new to this combination, this is a brand new combination, really just keeping up and powering on. And look at this, you do not even see a bow number 2 anywhere in sight. This is a horizon.
The bow ball has appeared.
Oh, wait a minute, here we got a distant competitor.
But still, that's an incredible margin.
That
They've
was
just got to
beautiful.
feel good about that. As we said earlier, we're in course record-setting conditions. At least
Yeah,
we
this is
were
extraordinary.
earlier in the day, so it's potential that this double may indeed be at record pace. They certainly have opened up on a very competitive
Which
field.
is, Ellen, it's painful that you say that because I held this course record about 1 million years ago, and you know what? It falls just like a tree.
It's time to step aside, Mary.
All right, here we go. All right, what bow do we have there? 3, we got bow number 3, which has moved. Okay, bow number 3 is the Polish team that we were talking about. Pretty extraordinary athletes in this. You've got a double Olympic medalist in here. Welcome to the United States from our friend from Poland. And they have passed bow number 2, which is the classic V Vesper Boat Club. And this is Gabriella Thomas and Emma Tierney.
They're an exhibition. Yeah. We're testing the waters on pairs racing.
Okay, what do we have now? All right, bow number 5 is on the inside from Radcliffe. These are 2 lightweights, Esha Chaduri and Katie Dubinsky. And then on the outside, we have bow number 4, Ellen, MIT.
Yeah, another young combination, just 18 years old in this champ double. That is very courageous for an 18-year-old crew. Grace DeMartino, Josephine Williams from MIT.
All right, and then Riverside is powering up, Ellen, and they are Chloe Lewis and Megan Combs. They are young aspirants for the national team. That's bow number 7. But bow number 4 is really powering it on the Eliot Bridge and try and get an inside lane on bow number 5.
Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, there's no coxswain helping them out. The bow rowers looking over their shoulder, trying to get a clean line, both doing a great job.
All right, again from Radcliffe, Sophia Gilroy, age 20, and Calista Scoris. They too are lightweight athletes from Radcliffe, and they have moved off their course a little bit, which again, you just lose time, but they're looking good. And from Austin, Texas, we've got Elizabeth Green and Hannah Heyerdahl. They practice on Lady Bird Lake, of course, from Texas. And look at this is bow number 6. Pushing up on bow number 9. Sorry, bow number 9 has gone through bow 6. Forgive me, Ellen. Oh, bow 18. All right. This is Kate Horvat and Savannah Bria. Kate rode for Yale back in the day. Ariane is a club of scullers that are training for the U.S. team, and they are really, really moving. Although, Ellen, do you see what I see? Bow number 8 needs to move over just to avoid... All right, we got Rhode Island crew, and we've got Ariane looking to pass. Okay, so far it's clean. It's clean, and Ariane is going to take that corner as quickly as they can. And then Ellen?
And out in front is Ottawa. The white hull and the white and red blades. Ottawa, bow number 12 from Canada. Megan Jolie, Alyssa Pastic, both winners of the senior lightweight pair and senior lightweight 4 at the 2022 Henley. Canadian Henley.
Great. All right, now we've got, who's this bow number coming around, Ann?
20 in the pair, chasing 10. Pair. So we've got the first of our exhibition pairs. We've got bow number 20, a pair moving up in this tight field of doubles. This is the U.S. rowing entry, Kelsey Reelick, Allison Baker.
All right, Princeton training, Kelsey Reelick and Allison Baker powering through that crowd. Bow number 20, and they're really pressuring bow number 10, Ellen.
Yep. And bow number 19 and 16 are right behind them. That's the Calgary crew, bow number 19. And 16 is the Capital crew from Washington, D.C.
They row on the Anacostia River.
Approaching next is bow number 11. That's the Gordon College duo, another young duo, averaging just 19 years old. They're in the yellow hull and the blue blades.
And we got a British crew, Natasha Gallagher and Nicole Serendenko passing now. They have previously raced at the head of the Charles Regatta and are here from the UK.
And we got the next two are the exhibition U.S. rowing pairs. This is our national team out in pairs. Bow number 21, the U.S. rowing, Molly
Brueggemann and Vicky Opitz, both on the U.S. team this year. And Regina Salmons and Jess Thonis, again, they were both in the 8, I believe, this year. Yep.
At the World Rowing Championships.
And it's amazing to see the pairs just navigate so beautifully through this crowd of doubles.
I agree. So bow 17 is CRI, a local hometown favorite out there in Brighton, the red hull and the red and black blades, community rowing in Brighton. And I agree that not only is it a difficult course, Mary, to navigate in a pair, but to thread your way through doubles.
Unbelievable.
That's impressive.
Unbelievable.
Hats off.
Especially because they don't wear mirrors like, a lot of scullers do.
You mean?
It's uncool to wear a mirror, but I swear by it.
Well, Mary, if the shoe fits.
You're just jealous. All right, here we go, Ellen. Who do we have?
That's bow 15, and I think that might round out our field here. Bow 15 are the Raleigh Rowing Center from Raleigh, North Carolina. Morgan Hoos and Molly Gaines, average age 26. They're in the blue hull here with the blue and white blades. And this should be the end of the women's champ doubles.
Yeah, let's find out if the bow number 1 set a course record. They were just blistering Kara Stewicki and Maggie Hedeman. That was really pretty to see, especially because Kara's partner couldn't make it, and Maggie jumped in about 2 weeks ago to fill out that double. So and she's a college student, so that's pretty extraordinary. Ellen, let's talk about the men's champ singles that's coming up. We're going to see a lot of U.S. team members in this. It's going to be really fun to see. You've got Christopher Carlson from Cal rowing for Mike Tatey. You're going to see Ezra Carlson rowing for Green Racing. Very, very talented athlete. You're going to see Kevin Mader from Riverside Boat Club. Perennially fast, that man. And again, you've got Jack Reed, Luke Rain from Craftsbury, Michael Nippen from Cal Rowing. This is going to be a really fun barn burner of a race. You got Tom Pezic. Oh my God, buried in the crowd. He's bow number 15. I think he was on the U.S. team miles and miles ago.
We still have one double out on the course here. We'll get the bow number to you as soon as we see it.
All right. Okay, we have a correction. Apparently the Arian double is in the lead, the unofficial time right now. So good for them. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's for the women's double. So that's unofficial right now in the lead. But that just shows you don't always know.
By 37 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't always know what you get. You have to go, even if you're in the middle of the pack, the race is against the clock. So anything can happen.
And you know what it means? Never give up.
All right, it's bow 14 now out in front of the Cambridge Boat Club. This will round out our field for the women's double. They're in the yellow hull and the red and blue blades.
And Jamie Griffin is only 19 years old. Oh, you love this. And Chloe Jung is 22. Way to go. Next generation.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of young scullers in this very competitive women's champ doubles today. So well
Thank you for racing in Boston. Wonderful.
And we have reports that Arian has won that women's double by a margin of 37.